Hello family, my name is Christian Miller, and as you know, I've been talking a lot about RḵNEW. I've been talking about, well, not even talking about it, I've been mentioning physical health, spiritual health, mental health, but I've never truly talked about it. So the first topic that I want to talk about is physical health, and it's going to be over excessive eating. Back in 2019, I had gained a massive amount of weight. And as you see from this picture, it doesn't really look like it, but here's another one. You see, it's pretty crazy just seeing from where I was to where I am now. And as you know, when you are little, you do end up gaining a lot of weight, or at least a little bit of chub. But I want to give you a little bit more of context and information to how I got here. Now, I started a lawn mowing business at the age of 10, and I would take the money that I would make and I would go to Chick-fil-A. It was literally within walking distance. So everybody knew me by name because I would go there every single day, and I would take my laptop and I would play games like Roblox or Fortnite and you name it, while eating a buttload of sandwiches and fries and a lot of soda, and it just wasn't a healthy way of living. And I was doing this every single day, sometimes going back and buying more in the same day. So over time, I started gaining massive weight. And with that being said, it had brought me a lot of depression, and I didn't want to be here. I was already dealing with life circumstances. Losing my grandma was really rough for me, and then being hit with COVID, it just was one thing after another. And so I became depressed, and so I became sluggish. I didn't talk to anybody around me as everyone was isolated. So as a way of coping, I ate. By the looks of it, I wanted to continue eating. I did not want to stop eating because food is good. But when you eat a crazy amount of food, it then becomes a habit, and it ends up to you being able to adjust to eating more and more and more. And that's why you see a lot of people who are, hitting big numbers on the scale, right? But I had got hit with COVID myself. And this kind of forced reality on me. I wasn't able to eat for 30 days. And when I would eat, the little amount that I would end up throwing it all up. And it was just a disaster for me. So now you can see where I was after throwing it all up and not eating. And so is this a cheat code? Not really, because I was easily blown away by the wind, and it was difficult for me, and it took some time to adjust. But I used this as a motivation to work out, and so I started to go to the gym, and I started working on myself. And by working on myself was when mentally I started to feel a lot better. I started to feel like myself. Girls, they started to become attracted towards me. Before, no girls liked me, but as I grew up and I started looking around, I'm like, okay, these girls, they're looking at me. And, I want to get to know them. So I hit a confidence boost, and it's all because I took initiative, and I took this. Yes, I was dealing with a bad circumstance. Yes, I had COVID. Yes, I lost a lot of weight, but I used that to my advantage to be able to self-improve. Now, what I encourage you to do is, I don't know if you ever experienced anything like this, I can't say, but what I encourage you to do is start the self-improvement now. And as you see, you clicked on this video, so you probably are in search of self-improvement, which I am super proud of you for. Start going to the gym. The gym became my best friend. I was working out 6 days in the week. But you need some time to progress, because you're not going to get there, immediately. It's going to take time. So don't be hard on yourself. Self-improve. Be active. And know that your body is a temple, and it is for God. You are a walking, talking, living vessel for Christ. And so you want to make sure that you are renewed mentally and you're renewed physically, so that way whenever you talk to people, you can renew their hearts. Anyways, that is that for this video. Thank you for joining along with self-improvement, and I want to encourage you today. Start today. Make an effort today. Even if that's light jogs, even if that's, little tiny push-ups, start today. Don't be discouraged by the starting, because you're not going to get it right the first time. It's going to take some time, but let God be your strength. For when we are weak, we are strong, and it's because we have Christ. And let Christ be your motivator. God bless.